Parker's starting to feel a little bit like fallout.
Yeah, feeling like fall out there, mild and muggy this morning. We've got some patchy fog, and I do want to talk about our picture of the day, which is resembling a fog bow. This is sent in by Polly Vaughn out in Freeze. What happens here is it's basically a rainbow, but instead of with rain, it's with fog. So not too much of a difference in terms of the way it occurs. We have refraction occurring within the water droplets associated with the fog. That's why you don't get the array of colors, because the water droplets are too small within fog, whereas with raindrops they're a little bit bigger, and so you get the full refractive index from the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Roy G. Biv, if you know what I'm talking about. Here's a look at some of our fog out there this morning, indicated by the yellows and oranges. We do have a little bit of cloud cover as well, so maybe a little bit helping with some of the warmer temperatures that we're seeing. But the overall reason why we're warmer and why we're seeing muggier conditions out there this morning is because our winds are now out of the south rather than out of the north. So this past weekend, it was beautiful. It was really cool. It was really crisp, especially in the morning hours. That was all thanks to the winds, primarily out of the north. They have now shifted to out of the south, which is bringing in some warmer air from out of the south. So temperatures are between about 50 and 57 degrees this morning. We do have a couple of clouds at the mid and upper levels. Those will continue to dissipate over the next several hours. So your school bus forecast looks all good to go as you send the kids out the door. No need for rain gear. And in fact, if you need the fall coat this morning, you will not need it this afternoon, as temperatures will be in the upper 70s for the New River Valley. 80 to 82 for everywhere else. Highlands, Roanoke, Lynchburg, Southside, 80 to 82. So going to be a little bit on the warmer end this afternoon, as temperatures are slightly warmer than the seasonal average. And then as we go into tomorrow, we're going to continue that trend. In fact, a little bit more moisture starts to build in, maybe a couple of isolated showers during the daytime for parts of the Southside and our more southern counties along parts of the North Carolina border. But it's really tomorrow evening around the 8 o'clock hour, transitioning into the night, that we start to see some scattered showers build into parts of the New River Valley and the Highlands. Then this cold front that you see here sweeps across the region overnight into Wednesday morning and into about the middle of the day Wednesday. I do think right around the mid-afternoon is when things start to clear up. We'll likely see a couple of residual showers build through, but overall our next rain event comes tomorrow night, wraps up roughly around Wednesday towards the middle of the day. Rainfall estimates at this time between about 1/4 of an inch all the way up to an inch possible across the region. I think some spots or most spots will see close to maybe 3/10 to 4/10 of an inch of rain. Here's the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, continuing to monitor this area as it marches across the Atlantic, given about a 70% chance of developing within the next 7 days. I think we likely have our next name storm, which would be Jerry, at some point, maybe Thursday of this week. And then that looks to stay out to sea. I was just looking at some model runs. Looks to stay out to sea for the time being, but going to have to keep a close eye on it as we're still well into hurricane season. We've got about a month and 3 weeks or so left of hurricane season. Here's one last look at your 7-day forecast. Temperatures for Thursday and Friday afternoon, 65 and 67. So yeah, that fall-like feel builds back in by the end of the week.